So today we will see the LoadRunner complete end to end, how we are using LoadRunner, that we are going to see, and what are the applications that are available for us for practicing performance testing. We have some more applications are also there. Like we have seen the web tours previously. In the same way, we do have some of the local applications. They are very useful. And what are the other softwares that I am going to share as a part of LoadRunner? What are the other things that we can do with LoadRunner? That entire overview I am going to give in today's session. And from tomorrow we will start the scripting in LoadRunner. So before that, as you know already, there is WebTours, one application is there. But let me walk you through what is WebTours for one more time. This is a local application. For those who have not seen WebTours so far, they can refer this. This is a local application. That means the server is within your system itself, and you don't need to. You cannot access this application without turning on this server. This is the URL of this application, localhost followed by port number 1080 followed by WebTours as the path. So to access this application, you need to connect to the server. Like you need to click on this server button. Then only your application will be accessible. Now, if you can see, you can access the application. This is a local application. That means even though you are accessing from the browser, you need to have the local data or application related data in your local folder. In the same way, we do have two more applications. I will share those applications also with you. Like these three applications, you need to extract and you need to use. What are those means? Pet Store is another application. We have both, like we have the web application as well, local application also there. So far you are using web application. Previously we are touching Pet Store web application. The URL we know, like we are going to the petstore.octopus.com. So this is a web application. Like I am not storing any data. Simply this is connecting me to the open internet, and I am able to access this application. Like that, I am going to see the Pet Store online application. This is a web application, but the same version we are having. Some differences are there. We are having local application also. For that also, you need to have some folder with you. That folder I am going to share by today or tomorrow. I will share this data. And similarly, Konacut is also another application. This is also local application. All these are for the purpose of practicing our scripting work. We can do different types of scripting work with these applications. Like usually this is a Java based e-commerce application, I can say. The first one is WebTours is the one. This is a travel application. So where you are going to see, where you are going to book the flight tickets, where you are going to cancel the flight tickets. Like you know already this application, but we will walk you through today to this application, and I will do the scripting with LoadRunner. We will take the one full execution with LoadRunner on this WebTours application, and similarly we will perform these two also in our next sections. We will walk you through. So what is this application means? Second one is Pet Store, where you can purchase some pets. Like actually you can purchase any of the fish, cat or dog, anything. Just here the objective is how we are doing scripting, what are the scripting challenges we are going to get here. That is our primary objective here. So here in this Pet Store, we can purchase the number of the items. We can do the sign in the same way. There is one local application also. That application also will be given same interface, but this local application data will be stored within your laptop, within your system itself. That is one thing we should be understanding before that. And the last one is Konacut. This is the e-commerce application. It is developed in Java language. So developed in Java, and this is purely e-commerce application where you are going to do the shopping. Like you are going to make some dummy transactions, you are going to add some of the items to your cart, and with that you are going to do the correlations. With that you are going to do parameterizations and making some scripting challenges, writing some custom code. That is possible by using this Konacut. So I will show what are the other softwares that I am going to share as a part of our sessions. We do have different types of applications. We do have different types of softwares, But major softwares that I am going to share with you, one is the server point of view. I will share the Apache Tomcat. This is the server, Apache Tomcat server, the most used server. In the industry wide, the most used server. The purpose is this is going to serve the user request. What it is going to do, whenever user is making any request, he should get the proper response. Either that is valid response, invalid response. The server has to respond. That means that within your system, we are going to install this server, because to see the server side metrics also we can do. That is possible with LoadRunner also. That is possible. We will see how I am implementing with LoadRunner. That also we will see. And another tool that I am going to share is Git. This is one repository, I can say. What is the purpose of Git? Why we need to have understanding on lot of tools. Why means you are going to work as a performance tester. That doesn't mean you know only scripting. You need to have the understanding what other softwares are required as a part of your job. So that we need to know. That I will introduce you every day, one by one. So what is this Git means? It's a kind of repository. Again, repository, what is the meaning of this means? Any kind of online storage, I can tell. It's a kind of online storage where you can store your scripts, because not only scripts, you can store any data in this Git repository. The main purpose is you no need to transfer the data from your local machine to your slave machines, or you no need to you no need to export the data again and again. Like in one system, it's like a simple, we can say like your Google Drive. Not exactly Google Drive, similar to Google Drive, where your code will be there, the code repository that you can leverage for your executions. This one also I am going to show you practically. I will share the installation files, the .exe files I am having. You can install in your Windows machines. And there is one more tool is there, Prometheus. So what is the purpose of this Prometheus means? You can use this one with our JMeter software. The main advantage is like we can simulate whatever the real-time scenarios are there. That software we can that software usually we can simulate that one. It's a basically open source only. No need to worry for the license. This is open source software. Anybody can install and you can use. And this one is useful mainly for the monitoring purpose. Like whenever I told you as a process in the beginning sections, as a process performance testing is done, we need to do the scripting, we need to apply the load, we need to run the same script with the load. Then we are going to see the performance, how the application is performing. In the same way, you need to check the how the server is also performing. Understand this logically. Whenever you are doing any execution, you will prepare the script. That script you are going to apply the load, and that load, whenever you are doing the testing, during that time how your server is also performing, that you need to have the understanding. For that, what you need to do, you cannot monitor it continuously. Manual monitoring is not possible. That's why these are some of the tools. Prometheus is a kind of monitoring tool. That one will monitor your server. If you see, your Windows machine also will be having one default monitoring system. I am using currently Windows machine, which is Windows 11, I guess. Yeah, Windows 11 I am using. So this is also having one default monitoring system. This is the perfmon. If you type the perfmon, you can see the performance is being monitored, which is this is monitoring my system level only. So how your system is performing, if you come and check here, this is going to show all the details, like what is the system variables, what is the diagnostics, what is the performance. Like it is going to let you know what type of performance, what type of metrics you are that is going to show you that you can identify if you add any of the metrics that you can see here. Now if you can see the time, from the time to time, how my system is performing, whether this is touching 20% of the CPU, means not even 20%, that means my system health is good. If it is touching more than 80%, this I need to take care, because my system should not touch 80%, because I am using a Windows machine. 80% is the cutoff. My system performance should be under this only. Even though under load also, my system should perform good. If it is crossing more than 80%, then I have to take care something issue with my internal application, something issue with my internal coding and everything, we need to take care of that one. Yeah, if it is any Linux mission, if I am using any Unix mission, then more than 90% I should not we should not let our system to cross 90% in the Unix missions. If it is crossing, then you have to alert your team. Our system is touching 90%, our system is touching 80%, which is not advised. If it is going to be crashed soon, so we have to be alert. We have to make it come down to less than 50, less than 40, or even as much as less is also better. But that should perform whatever the task that we are giving. Similarly, the percentage should not exceed more. That is the main agenda. Now, for that one, we can monitor this one by using Prometheus. I can show this Prometheus installation, everything in the online. But there is one more Dynatrace. This I cannot give you. The software I cannot give you, but you can show. You can see the. I can give you the walkthrough only, because this is a paid version, and this requires environmental setup. Lot of setups would be also there. So this Dynatrace, I can give you a walkthrough on my office laptop, and I can show you what Dynatrace can do, how it can monitor, what is the advantage, what are the parameters that we need to take in care, that we can see as a part of monitoring only. That is one thing. And even we do have some more tools like HTTP watch is there. So what is this HTTP watch? This is a kind of monitoring. This is a kind of watching your HTTP calls. Mainly, you can install all these types of softwares in your Windows machines. I will share the .exe files. In the Apple, on the Mac, and the Unix, we don't have much privilege to use, as these open source softwares mainly work with Windows machines. So Unix machines, we are having some issue to install and to show the demos as well. So remember, as of now, we are going for the main purpose of enhancing our script to the next level. These are the main purpose. So this is to provide, the main purpose is it will provide the browser network monitoring. It will always monitor the previous like whatever calls that are happening, and we can see them for the performance monitoring purpose and for our debugging purpose. Like any additional proxy is also not required. Yeah, this one also I will install and I will show practically in our very next sections. And Java, this one you already have in our missions. If you don't have, I will share this one also as a part of this one. And two tools are there. These two tools are really interesting, and they are you need to have little understanding on PT before installing these two tools. I will tell about these two tools in the ending sections. One is thread dump analysis and memory dump analysis. So why we need to analyze these dumps? Firstly, what is this dump means? Whenever you are running your test, there will be each and every execution, each and every action will form in the format of threads actually. So that thread, how they are being performed, whether they are taking much time, whether they are closed forcefully, whether the execution is happening properly or not, that one can be understanding by using this thread dump analysis only. And similarly, memory dump analysis is similar. Like here you are going to analyze the memory footprints, like how the memory is being utilized. That one also it is possible. So further two tools are there. One is JVisual VM. This tool I can install. This is like we can install and we can show. This is for threads actually. This is for thread dump. And one more tool is there, memory dump. That is Eclipse. I will share all these softwares. Once I will show the demo how to use, then I will show all softwares at a time to everyone's email. I have the .exe files with me. I will share the G drive. And this is for the memory analysis. First one is JVisual VM, which is a Java visual. It's a virtual machine with visual VM. And here the second one is MAT. It's a memory analyzer tool. So here we are going to analyze whatever the memory performance is there during our run, how it has been occupied, how the blocks has been created. That we can see in this memory dump analyzer. And two more softwares. This is LoadRunner. This they obviously I have to share this. So this is like I told in the yesterday session, we are using 2022 edition. Remember this and convey the same in your interviews as well, because latest version is there. 24 version is there, even 25 version. I'm not sure about 25 version whether that is released or not. So you can check whether LoadRunner current version. So it will tell 23 somewhat. No, this is wrong. This is wrong data. 23 is not the latest. I know 24 is also there in the market. So I'll just, because we do have different types of versions, but we will take according to the our project requirement and their budget requirement as well. Community version is there. Yeah, you can see here, this is the latest version. Google is giving the correct info. OpenText LoadRunner Professional Enterprise 24.3. This is the latest version. So 25 version is not yet released. This was released in the last year. Okay, let it be. But remember, as of now, you are going to practice on LoadRunner 2022 version only, which is the same software I am going to share to you in the drive itself. This one also. This is the community edition. I can tell we have different types of versions, different types of flavors. I can say the main purpose is that if it is enterprise edition, that will be having a lot of options. If it is any community edition, it will be different. And there is even cloud is also there. LoadRunner is attached with the cloud, so that one is cloud versions are also there. So according to the requirement, they will purchase, but majority of the interface will be same. The only few changes will be there. That few changes we can adopt once we are working in our project real time. That changes we can come and we can learn. But 90% of the interface would be same in majority of the versions. 22, 23, 24. I have used all these versions. I have just I didn't find much differences. I can say only few changes will be there. That changes you can see what changes they are implementing for your interview purpose. You can see here. Let me show you what are the changes as well. In the Wikipedia, if you search about the LoadRunner software, what changes they are bringing from version to version, also we can see. Even wrong spelling. Yeah, here you can identify. Yeah, this was the first version which was released before 3 decades, November 1993, almost 32 years before they have introduced this software. Initially that was for Windows application. Later, from every year they have regular releases: 94, 95, 96, 97, 99, 2000, 2003, 4, 5. In the 5 they don't have. In the 8, 9. But out of all these versions, which version that majority of the people are using, you can remember this version 12.5. This is August. This was released in 2015. Majority of the people have used this version. If you identify the changes, also lot of changes are there. What are the notes here? You can see here, this is having lot of enhancements, I can say. They have added the true client protocol, which changed the entire LoadRunner pattern. Like the complete LoadRunner, that tool has been got lot of advantages, and that one even add the HTTP HTML protocol, true client protocol support, and even Shundra. This was earlier. This was a network visualization tool. Earlier it was Shundra as a name of this one. So that one also added with this network virtualization tool and Docker based Linux installation. So before this one, the Linux installation was not there, but here container, this Docker is a containerized version again. So you can see this is the containers that we are calling. So with this Docker engine, we can even install that one on the Linux machines as well. And even this can generate the scripts from hair file. So earlier this hair file generation was not there. So from 12.5, we have this lot of protocol support has been added. Citrix protocol also modified. So remember which version industry majority they have used means 12.5. Some projects are still there on 12.5. They don't want to migrate because they are happy with 12.5. They don't want any latest enhancements not required. So this will be outdated for us at this point of time because this is 10 years old. But even this is a standard version for majority of the projects, and remaining some patches are there. Obviously, patches means very minor release, we can say very minor changes, fixing of that one. And after that 12 version, directly they have released the 2020, which was released in late 19. So this was the LoadRunner 2020. So this like they are bringing some new changes, like they are adding some dev web protocol and web services. They have modified something, and true client also they have modified something, and SAP also they have added some of the package. And this is the R1 like the versions that you can say. So here we are having 22. That what I am going to install in your machine is this one 2022 version, enterprise community edition we are having. And even 23, if you can see 23 again is also having a lot of changes. 24 is the latest one that was released in the last year. So the latest version is yet to release. They may release, they may not release, but this is already having lot of features. The latest version 24, it will be supporting with up to date with the industry, because this team is having lot of funding. LoadRunner team, as I already told, you need to pay heavy licensing amount for this. Obviously they will have lot of funding, and they can develop the they can spend more for their research and development. They can add latest features to this software, and it will be always competing in the industry. Still, this is industry leading tool because of its protocol support. If I want to do SAP performance testing, JMeter cannot do. If I want to do Citrix performance testing, JMeter cannot do. Only LoadRunner can does the jobs. That's why still this is industry leading tool, and licensing fees only is the drawback. If we need that services, we need to pay, and we need to get it to our project requirements. Yeah, this software also sorry, this software also I am going to share, and some of the few applications are there. The purpose I am giving today, what is the purpose, and we will dive in each and every application. And MySQL Workbench, this I will share with you. So what is this MySQL? What this is going to do is it will visualize the database. So before this, I need to tell you some of the DB basics also. At the time of installation this software, I will show you. So visualizing database means, for example, if you need to store the data in your hard disk, this is my hard disk. I have stored almost here 150 GB of data I have stored in my D drive. So for example, if you see here in the JMeter folder, here I have shared some 5 documents. So I am viewing the data visually. This Windows is giving me the option to view the data visually. That's why I am navigating to every folder, and I am coming, and I am using the each and every folder very easily. But if you identify the database, that will be stored in the format of tables. Any data, if you are going to see, the data usually that is stored in the format of tables. And again, they will be whenever you want to retrieve the data, you need to retrieve by mentioning the column name, by mentioning the table name, and giving some conditions. So the same thing you can see in the visual format with this tool, which is MySQL. This is also an open source available for us to practice for our practicing purpose. And you need little SQL basic commands only for how we are going to take the executions, like how we are going to write the query. So based on that query, what is the data we are getting, how much amount of time we are getting. So that one also we will see with this MySQL data. And there is one more tool, Perfmon. This Perfmon you already know. This we are not going to install. Directly you can have this, or otherwise you can even have that one. Let me check. Yeah, the server agent is also there with us. This is the performance related server agent. So this agent we can see, so that we can easily use this performance. Like we are going to configure here to do this performance monitoring. We are going to configure, and we are going to use this performance. And there is one more tool. There are two more tools, Putty and WinSCP. So what both these two tools means, they are used to transfer the data from your local machine to server machine. So here, if you identify our local, in this I am having my local data. This data, if I would like to export to my server, for example, I would like to export I would like to export this particular file. So this template I would like to transfer, means that is not as easy to share in the mail, to share in the shared drive. That is not, majority of the times is not going to work. So we want to directly connect to the machine with the IP address we can take. So that to that IP address, I am going to add in our putty tool. So here, if you can take my IP address, this is the IP I can see for my mission. If you would like to add the same to the server data, then you can take any of this tool support, and you can directly transfer that data from your local mission to your virtual mission. So here, these are the two tools. Putty is one tool, and WinSAP is another tool. These tools also I am going to share, and there is Fiddler is also there, and Postman is also there. These are the last two tools. So what is this Fiddler is going to help means, I can strip the network card. So mainly the purpose is entire scripting, performance scripting. Point is, you need to capture the network calls and convert them as a script, and that one usually whenever our network is unable to record the communication by using tools, then we can depend on this type of Fiddler tool. Basically, this is a web debugging proxy that will captures, and whatever the HTTP network is there between the client and server. Like client and server means between your laptop, and client means your mission, what mission you are using, and server means which this where this has been connected. For example, if I am using Blaze demo, I am accessing Blaze demo from my mission. This is my client mission, and the Blaze demo server will be there. That server will be sitting on somewhere. So whatever the network traffic that is happening, usually that we can capture in the F12 button or inspect button in our local. The same way we can use this Fiddler. That one will be main professional way to troubleshoot and any type of modifying any API request, and it will give very beautiful approach, I can say. So this one also I will walk you through this Fiddler tools. And the last one is Postman. So what is the purpose of this Postman means? The name itself you will understand. For posting the data, or it will be like interface, like it will be what Postman job usually will do is, in the same way we can see the same tool for the APIs as well, like any application programming interface calls are there. So how those interface calls, like how they are happening, and what is the we can say like API client functionality we can see, and what is the API mocking also we can see, and how the automation that can be happened with our JMeter. So directly we cannot do the API performance testing with JMeter. We will validate them in the Postman initially, and how the validation is happening. Based on that one, I am going to see what type of request based response we are going to get. That I am going to verify in this Postman tool first. Then we are going to apply the same thing to our JMeter in the JMeter. Then we can see whether the request is useful or not. According to that, we can identify. Yeah, these are the some of the tools that we are going to learn as a part of our sessions. Completely I will share all the tools, but let me walk through all the tools, then we can see. Yeah, here there is pet storage also. One war file is there. If you can see in the web tools, we are installing this web tools complete, extracting the complete folder. Similarly, there is one war file which is nothing but web archive. Har file means HTTP archive. This var means web archive file. So this file we are going to install, and similarly for this Concat also we are having one setup file is there. This also will be useful, and Eclipse is there. This one usually we are going to analyze the memory, and this is the Git open version. This directly you can use, and this Prometheus software also will be open use. Like Java, you already have this Java with you, and the JDK also I will share. LoadRunner, yeah, this one also. Like every of the software I have covered. So this we are going to I am going to share, and we are going to use in our day-to-day requirements. We need to have understanding, yes, just basics, like how, what is the main purpose, and what is the requirement, how we can operate this one. That much is good enough. But our main tools, we need to have the complete understanding on these main tools. Main tools means either your LoadRunner or JMeter. That is our primary tool. Remaining all the tools, you need to know what is required. You don't need to learn 100%. If you are interested, you can learn, but 100% is not required of learning of all the tools, because our primary job is with LoadRunner and JMeter. As how much is required for a performance tester, that I am going to convey. Later you can have some R&D, then you can identify what are the other requirements, other useful other uses also. You can practice according to that your interest. Yeah. Now that is what I want to convey in the first half. So we will see one complete round of execution in the load runner. Then that is good enough. That will give you the good idea on what is our performance testing process in the load runner today, and we can start the scripting, recordings and scriptings from tomorrow. Yeah, I will show. I will take one sample script. That script I will do the that script I will do one complete round of execution now. So let me take before that one, you need to have the one HTTP file, one hair file you need to take, because I'm not going to record directly with LoadRunner for today. I'm going to take one hair file only. That hair file I would like to convert into the LoadRunner script now. So quickly I will take one script. So that script, let it be let it be Blaze demo. So I am going to the Blaze demo just for our no need to focus on what transactions I am taking today, just the scripting, how the script looks like in LoadRunner and how the execution looks like in LoadRunner, how the results will be shown in the LoadRunner. Like I will give the overview on these three tools now, like how the scripting, how the execution, how the results. That three we will see. Then from tomorrow I will start virtual user generator in depth. This will take lot of time for us. Later we can see scenarios in the design in the second module, and finally how the results are being analyzed. This is my final module of approach. Yeah, this is my plan. Now let me take you to the network calls of the Blaze demo, because I need to get the hair file, so I can depend on the this inspect button or F12 or debugging, network debugging, we can say anything is fine. Now my network call is preserve log option is enabled. That means my logs will be saved, all logs will be saved, and recording is also in on. Yeah, now let me refresh this page. Yeah, the launching is happened, the launch call has been recorded. Now from the default Paris to Buenos Aires only I am keeping, I am clicking on the find flights. This is my second transaction. It is taking time. Yeah, this has brought up me five flights. Sorry, I'm not going to perform many transactions today. I'm going to perform only three transactions. So I am choosing the last flight 4346, which is Lufthansa Airlines. I am clicking on this. Just I am stopping the recording. So I have performed three transactions, which is launching, clicking on some flight, taking the last flight, or otherwise. Let me purchase the flight ticket as well. We will see the four transactions. We will see, not an issue. So before that, you should have your recording should be on. I have taken the launch transaction, which is launched. I am clicking on this find flights. The second transaction is also ready. I am taking the last Lufthansa flight, and the last transaction. Let me give some name here to see the same thing in the script. Let me some name. John. I am giving. Yes, I'm not giving other details, just the name and the address what I'm giving, then purchasing the tickets. That's all. I'm stopping the recording. This sample script, we will take the executions now, and we will put some sample transaction marking also in LoadRunner. If we would like to do the same thing in JMeter, we are going to take the transaction controllers there. But here in the LoadRunner, what we are doing, just observe. So here I am taking this content into the hair file with today's date 9/9, which is my hair file, keeping it on my desktop. So as you already know, you can directly open this hair file with our virtual user generator. You no need to convert this one into any JMX, any LoadRunner scripting format, LRS. You no need to convert. So directly the tool can convert the communication. So further, you need to simply record the script by using capture traffic file analysis. Yeah, this is showing you. This is open text earlier micro focus that has been purchased the license. Open text has purchased the license from micro focus. In your office, in your project, you can identify which version they are using. Once you are opening the application, you can see what is the new challenges that they are adding in this version. So yeah, you can see here 25.3 is being released. So new protocols, they have added some integration, they have added, like you can read, if you are interested, you can read what are the version to version differences are there, that you can see. Yeah, now I need to click on this new solution, This is we have discussed in our yesterday session. So initially I am taking new solution. So the protocol as of now take the single protocol web HTTP HTML, so that this one will name your script, which is script number 11. Just click on create. This is the location where your script is being created. This is location. I am just clicking on create, so that it will load the solution for us. This is the solution we can take. Now I need to record. I can click on this record button, or even I can go and click on this record. Both are same. Now I am clicking on this record button, and here I need to get the data from my browser, or I am getting the data from traffic file. I am getting from traffic file, which is my 99 hair file that I have created today. So I would like to navigate this one to my desktop, which is 99.hair, which I have created today. This I have attached, and I am just clicking on the start recording. I am not changing any options. Every option will take some time for us to discuss. I'm just giving the raw script to show you how the script is looking like. Yeah, it will prepare the report also. Whenever recording is completed, it will get with the recording report. You can read the report, or even you can ignore. Later we will see what are the other things that we can see in the report, what we can ignore, what we can add. That one also we can do some filtrations here. Let it be for the later sections. Now this is the script that what we have recorded just now. So here I can see totally I have performed 4 transactions. What are those 4 transactions? First one is I have performed the launching of this application, which is www.blazedemo.com. Whenever I launch it, I will see the data. After that, I am going to see the login of the I'm going to click on the find flights button. So this is my launching. Like initially the first one is my launching call. So here after this launch, you are going to see the find flights button. Now you can see here from this call, this is going to www.blazedemo. This is the first call, which is you are going to launch, and page unloads. This URL we are not sure, but you check the URL, it is going to BlazeMeter URL, which is the proper domain URL. This is not any other URL. This is going to the correct application URL only. And here the third transaction, you have to see in the calls wise. This is one call. We have to call it as one request. People can call any of the 2 names. Anything is fine. You can call it as a request or even a call. So this is one call, one request. From here line number 6 to 20. This is valid request, which is going to Blaze demo, which is my valid URL. And the second call, that is also going to BlazeMeter. This is also a valid URL. And the third call, which is also going to BlazeMeter, this is also valid call, because sometimes we will record invalid calls also, like Google API. Some of the invalid calls also would be there. That calls you need to comment out. For example, how to comment out the transaction means you can simply select what transaction you would like to. For example, if you would like to ignore this 6th transaction is a dummy call. This is going to some browser call. Then simply you can add before this. You can take this this symbol that what I am showing just now. This this is slash symbol with the star, and you need to close wherever you would like to ignore. I would like to ignore till this first request. That means from the 6th onwards, the 20th line, this should not go for execution. Means I have to use this syntax. Again, you can write here one more star and slash. So what this is going to do is the load runner is keeping one breakpoint. This is not going to be executed. From the line number 6 to 20, you can see this is highlighting in the yellow color. That means this part is not going for the execution in the real time. So if you forgot to close this, if you just open this, if you forgot to close, the entire script is not going to be execution. This is entire script is not going to execute it, because you have commented this by mentioning this slash and star. You have commented this. You should close your comment also. Whenever you open your comment, you should close your comment where it should end. So whenever I am keeping the whenever I am keeping this slash, just to see the next line, this is becoming again in the red color. That means these requests are again going for the execution. So in this pattern, you need to modify the script. If you would like to, if you don't want this to be executed, you need to comment out like that. Yeah. Now let me add some of the transactions as well. So why transactions required? Why we need to add the transactions means the client will ask me to show the transaction wise response time. For example, if I am launching Blaze demo, the client will ask me what is the response time to launch this page. So if you see in the network, there are a lot of calls are going to take place whenever I am launching. So we are not worrying about individual calls response time. We are worrying about overall transaction response time. That's why we are adding one transaction. So the transaction you can add in two ways again. For example, if this is your first transaction, you are launching the application here. You can add in two ways. You can write the one query is there, one line you have to write like LR add transaction, like one transaction function is there, or here you can see two transaction symbols are there, two timer symbols are there. If you click on the first one, this is going to start the transaction. If you are clicking on second one, this is going to end the transaction. So I am clicking the start transaction here, LR start transaction. If you see, this is LR. LR means load runner start transaction. Load runner is starting one transaction. You the name you can keep. I would like to keep the name as launch. In this way, you need to write the small lines of queries, small queries you need to write. Now, where you would like to end. So I would like to end here. So you can keep the start end transaction. Sorry, this button if you are clicking, this will get with one function. LR end transaction. There is one syntax is also there. Auto syntax is also there. Yeah, if you see, this is this is directly whenever you click on this is directly bringing you the LR function. You don't need to remember this function directly. You can use these two buttons, but automatically if you practice more, you will remember all these functions. So this is LR end transaction. So here you need to mention what transaction name you would like to end. So obviously I have given only one transaction name. I am ending the same name, which is LR end transaction. So from here to here, from line number 8 to line number 22, it is considered as one transaction for me. So now immediately I have to start another transaction, right? So when the second transaction will start, obviously first transaction after completion, second will start. So in the next line, you can start the next transaction, which is the second transaction. You can make any name. I will put any name like I'm just giving logout only directly. I'm giving. I'm not focusing much about the script lines. I'm just walking you through how the transaction names will be there. So this is my logout transaction, which is the second transaction. So I would like to end this transaction after in the last. In the last means there is one line will be there, return 0, one line will be there. You should not write after this line anything. Here you need to write. Before this only you have to write. So here you can write here, which is the logout transaction. That's all. These are the two names I have kept. So one is first transaction is launch, second transaction is logout. These two transactions I kept for this script. Now let us execute the script for one time. So for executing, you know the replay button, the same in the load in the JMeter in the similar way you can execute. So the 392 lines, 393 lines of code is going to execute now. If you see, this is going the lines, all these lines 29, 47, 62, the lines, all these are request starting lines. Now this has executed totally 17 seconds has it has taken approximately 17 and a half second. So the script result, this is showing whether the script is pass or failure, that you can see at what time it has executed, what time this has ended. So this is the complete script execution format. Yeah, this script we can do with the controller we can add, but that will be little advanced for this stage. We will see the more on the scripting point of view from our next sessions. Only thing is that you need to have the understanding on these script lines. If you see the same script in the JMeter, that is going to look in different interface. Let me open the same script in JMeter. So can I open directly this hair file in the JMeter? Means not possible. This hair you need to convert into any of the by taking any of the application, you can convert that one into JMX format. I am converting that one quickly into JMX format. Yeah, my JMX is ready. Yeah, so this, if we open with our JMX, this is the same script would like to see. Yeah, these are the all the transactions that what our JMeter, all the calls what our JMeter is bringing. So here, if you would like to add any transactions, we are externally taking some logical controller, transaction controller. For this transaction controller, we are pulling what transactions are required. This we are putting as one transaction. The same process is in the JMeter, how we are doing this transaction controller and doing of this task. Similarly, we are doing like this in the LoadRunner. You need to compare this LoadRunner with JMeter. If you know JMeter before this, you need to compare. Then only you will be understanding it very better. Otherwise, in the LoadRunner, we need to add like this, or even you can type this. If you know the functions, you can type this. So whenever you are typing, if the function is identified by LoadRunner, the color will automatically change. So if you see LR start until I write a transaction completely. So before typing N, you see the color. This is in the gray, this is in the black color. Now I have typed the correct function. Then LoadRunner has identified this and it is showing in the orange color. So LoadRunner has identified already this function, and you can see what you can see what type of details you want to write, that you can identify like this. Yeah, there is one more help section also there. If you are unable to identify any of the issue, you can simply press the F1. So it will directly take you to the help page of your LoadRunner, where you can, yeah, I have pressed at this LR start function. So this is showing me how I have to write the function in the C language, in the Java language. You can write in the two ways. Majority of the people habituated to write in the C language. Even I also will follow this C language for LoadRunner. Even you can write the same function in the Java also. Some small programmatical differences would be there. LR start transaction. Here it will be with underscores. Here LR dot start transaction. This would be in different mode. This will be identified in the classes methods, like whatever the Java definitions they have followed. They will invoke these particular class. They later this will initiate this start transaction, so that whatever the name you are giving, so that will be assigned, and you can see the further operations will be progressed based on these start transactions. Yeah, this is kind of another introduction class for LoadRunner. So we will see tomorrow the many tools I will show, and directly we can start the scripting classes on the LoadRunner. I will install the demo applications. These demo applications are really good for our scripting purpose. I will walk you through that applications first. Then you can practice the same on your local applications. Like, you don't need to depend on any external web application. Directly you can play with your servers, own application servers. Then you can have the proper script actually. Yeah, that's all for today. We will meet in the same time tomorrow, 9 to 10.